So Argos were looking to amalgamate a couple of sites together. They've got a large distribution centre in Kettering and they wanted to bring two sites into one location. So in order to do that we had to provide more catering facilities.
Argos was currently working on about 150 covers a day. This was now increasing to 900 covers, so the catering facility needed to increase to support that.
We needed to expand the kitchen on the ground floor. We needed to move what was the seating area onto the first floor, and then we had to move the offices which were on the first floor to the top floor. I was aware of Acme through a previous project, so I asked, can we get a partnering company involved? And from that moment forward, the standard of work compared to the competition, there was no doubt that Argos were going to use Nexus and Acme together. Acme have been a huge benefit to me because we're very familiar with refurbishment and fit-out works, but not very familiar with kitchen work. So to be honest, when Tom joined me to work on the inquiry, he led the inquiry from that aspect, and the standard of work that he produced was absolutely exceptional. The client was always impressed with what we turned up with, the drawings, the proposals, and the standard of the quote as well were very detailed, so it was first class, to be honest.
We've chosen the Freema units as they're ideal for bulk cooking, where it's a sort of set menu. We chose two 20-grid rational combis for this job, just due to the timescales the food needs to be served in.
Tom, from scratch, listening to their requirements, produced a set of drawings that virtually nailed it from the first offset with a few minor tweaks. And now Argos have got a facility that they're using on a day-to-day basis, and it was all Tom's design.
When designing the counter, Argos wanted something more modern and contemporary, so that's why I picked the Cubus range.
The thing that stood out the most was the standard of the drawings and the spec. But ultimately you can be a nice guy and have all the great ideas, but the actual spec and the standard compared to the competition that were involved is what set Acme apart. So understanding the brief from the first minute and not getting that wrong, creating a great set of drawings that look very professional and creating a great specification of works. And there were just never any doubt from myself or from Argos that this company was not the right company for the project.
One of the main things that the customer asked for was more refrigeration and freezer space. To enable this, we've gone for a Dande drawer units that can be used as a fridge or a freezer and changed for the requirements of the kitchen. All these units are built under workspaces, so you've still got your workspace above. We've also included one beneath the Freema unit. As
for the bespoke counter on the first floor, originally that large space was just one huge open plan office space, and they needed a servery up there, so they needed to be able to get the food from the ground floor to the first floor and then be able to serve that food to the staff or visitors. So the servery was something that Acme designed from scratch, based on a bespoke solution, and it works absolutely perfectly for them.
Worked closely with our sister company, the Canopy Company, to produce all the fabrication and counters for the project. Despite the name, the Canopy Company can produce anything from stainless steel, whether it be sinks, benches, wall shelves and even bespoke counters.
I needed a company that could look after the requirements for the kitchen and the servery without me having to have much involvement, so it was fantastic that Acme offered a service that was fully turnkey. So they understood the brief, they did the design, they created the bespoke counter and they installed it as well without us having to be involved heavily at all, to be honest. It was quite a smooth installation.
I feel it always works well when using the Canopy companies. We've got a great working relationship. I can just go and speak to the lads direct.
Obviously when you've got a lot of people eating a lot of food, there's a lot of plates to wash. Now Argos wanted to be able to do that as efficiently as possible, so Tom suggested this modern dishwashing conveyor system, which when he showed me the brochures looked fantastic, and now I've seen it in action. It allows one operative to basically take care of plates for 100+ people, so you just load it up on one side, push it through and they come out the other end sparkling.
We've also installed two hood dishwashers running side by side just for busy periods and also to deal with cutlery.
Part of the challenge of this project was, because we were installing heavy machinery on the first floor, was how we're going to get the machines up there, particularly the large dishwasher. So Tom at Acme came up with a great solution of installing a hatch in the firewall which allows Argos to lift safely machines up onto that level. The piece of technology that stands out the most is the Rational Combi Oven. You simply pre-program it, you choose off your menu, you put your ingredients in and it kicks out a fully prepared meal. The installation team gave Nexus great credibility on site as well, because the lads were well presented, they were smart and they were always tidy. Whenever we've discovered a snag on the project and Argos have highlighted that snag to Nexus, I've then relayed that message back to Acme, and to be honest the response has been fantastic. So they deal with it absolutely head on, they deal with it quickly and effectively, and things are resolved installed without an issue. The experience of working with Acme in the past has always been a good experience, very responsive, professional people, always produce excellent quality work, and I've never ever experienced a problem. I wouldn't hesitate recommending Acme to any other company.